What up, Marvin? Back. This topic would be, you know how you hear the saying, women don't like good men, or vice versa, men don't like good women. And I've come to discover that it's really not the, it is the good and the bad, but I really discovered what that is. In life you have right, you have wrong. And one thing that I realize is, it's the fact that the woman doesn't want to be with God, and vice versa, the man don't want to be with God, but more so the woman, and I'm going to explain to you why more so the woman. Well, just go ahead and get out of the way, because men are the leaders of the household. Men lead, and a man's job is to lead you to your destination, and your destination is either heaven or hell. So when you choose your mate, you're pretty much choosing where you want to be. And I realized that when a person chooses who they want to be with, it says everything about their character, because basically you're choosing what you want out of life, the direction you want to go. The reason you are interested in people is because of the way they act, you know, the way they walk, probably the way they dress, everything like that is because it's direction. It's giving you, this is what I like, and this is the direction I want my life to go in. And it's just that the saying, don't like a good man, don't like a good woman, is when they see God in somebody, that's not the direction they want to go. And that's the reason they don't like you. And you should be probably pretty much fine with that. Um, Not fine with it because you want you want to motivate everybody to go towards God. But what I mean is, if somebody doesn't like you because of that, because they base you as a good guy or something like that, it's because they see the God in you. And that's not the direction they want to go. So why would you shouldn't really even want to be with nobody who doesn't want to go in that direction, because they're going to be continuously trying to pull you away from God. Um, when people look, they look and they say, I choose this guy because why? It could be because he sins more than you do. It could be because he sins just as much as them. It could be, just the direction that he wants to go in life that you don't want to go. You probably do sin more than him, or y'all might be on the same level, whatever. But the thing is, where you want to go, you probably, when you have conversations with this young lady, or women, we have conversations with this man, your direction, you probably say, yeah, I have some flaws that I want to correct. But when you have people who, their life is about sinning and doing certain things, and they feel like, oh, it's okay to do this, is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, I plan to keep doing this, I plan to keep disobeying God, then you have to start realizing, this is why this person don't like me, because they don't want to go in the direction that I want to go in. People, everybody knows the saying, people see the God in you, people see the walk, and that's really, honestly, that's the major reason for that saying. you know the nice guys finish last. Really, I mean, when you look at it, it's not the I don't really know how about that. I don't really know how I feel about the saying, or I really don't have any feelings towards it. But the saying "nice guys finish last," I understand where all that comes from. I understand where, when women say, "Oh, men don't like good women," da da da. A lot of times when we use the word "good," what do we mean by that? Because I think, in a sense of when men use it, men are using it as, I'm going to treat you right. I don't talk to you bad. I don't call you outside your name. I'm not going to put my hands on you as far as physically hurt you. Da da. A lot of times, in my experiences, I'm not saying everybody's experiences, a lot of times women like to say they're a good woman simply because they want to be in a relationship. That doesn't really make you a good woman. Just like the same thing with a guy. For a guy, it's just because you want to be in a relationship, that doesn't really make you a good mate to be with. It's all about your qualities, your beliefs, where you want to go. And some women, they say, oh, I'm a good woman, but sometimes a guy just might not be physically attracted to you. Same thing with women. Women might not be physically attracted to the guy that is supposedly the nice guy. Now, a lot of times people can use that as a scapegoat just to say they really just don't like somebody, because I've seen plenty of situations where I've seen young ladies talk about a guy and how much they were interested in him based off the way he looked, but then when they got to know the real him, nah, that's not the direction I want to go in. I really don't want to be like that. I've heard crazy things in my life. Like, I've heard women just not want to be with a guy, or he's too holy for me, or he's too this is that. I've never I'm not gonna say never, but you rarely, you don't hear, oh, I don't want to be with him because he sins too much. You know, you just don't hear that. Which, I'm not saying judge anybody, but what I'm saying is it'll make way more sense than saying somebody's more holy. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's too holy. Like that doesn't make sense at all. But that just lets you know where they stand in life. So if you hear, or if you believe, if you know, I think we all know what we are in life. We all know what we bring to the table. Um, I'm not gonna say everybody knows, but I will hope everybody will know themselves enough to know what they bring to the table. It's just, the thing is, you have to, you just have to know, like, that saying, that's all that really is basically, you know, if you are so-called a good man, good woman, they don't want to be with God. Now, with the leadership thing, what I was saying about, well, I already explained it, but yeah, men are the head of the household, so men has the direction. So more so, the saying more so applies to men, because men have the direction. Now, a lot of times women will say, you know, it's the saying that good girls like bad guys. She's just probably really just not a good girl. She probably has the image. She probably portray it, but her actions are showing you that she's not, because look what she wants to be with, look what she wants to be. She know what his life is about. She know what his life is prioritized around, what his aura of his life is. So that's what she wants to be. I'm not saying that there's not people out there that look at someone and say, you know, I can help this person, I can pull them to this, and that. For women, you just not really a great idea, because men are the leaders of the household. So you're not really going to be able to pull him to that. I'm not saying you have not going to have some persuasion. I'm not saying you can't have some good key points, but in our society, you see too much where women try to change a man, and it's just not something that's a good idea, because he already has his mind made up of who he wants to be, you know, and he's a leader. He's a man. He's a leader, regardless of how the relationship are between you and him, and how much you know, whatever it may be. A lot of times people view so-called, what they want to say, nice guys as pushovers. A lot of times I think that goes. I think a lot of times that's overdone, because sometimes girls won't even give a guy a chance. They won't even give him a date. Like, how do you know he's a pushover? Because he talks to you nice, because he has a certain demeanor, but you don't know if you do something, he might not. He might say, you know, that's something that I don't want to deal with, or he might stop. Not, he might say, you know what, I don't want to date you anymore, or, you know, I just think it's best that we, you know, don't be on that level. You got to give it a chance. You just can't not give it a chance because you think that he's a pushover. You know, I understand that women want men to be their leaders, because that's how God made it to be. You know, and men, you know, some men want to lead, some men don't want to lead. But at the end of the day, even when I see certain relationships where men really don't really care to lead their woman and give them direction, they're still leading them, because the hurt and the turmoil, she's still taking the damage of that, because he's still the head. You know, no matter, it doesn't matter how much money he makes. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. The matters is he is the man. He's the dominant, and I don't think a lot of people realize it. But yeah, that saying, you know, nice guys finish last, or women don't like. It's just, I always know this. It's because of where you stand with God. You know, a person like you is because where they stand with God and where you stand with God. You know, if you stand close to Him, and a person they don't want to pull their lives towards God, they're gonna go away from you. And you know, I'm glad I thought about this while I was talking. Now I know a lot of people gonna see this and say, or a lot of people, it's like we live in a world where that excuse, we like to give that excuse factor. Or I like this person because this is that. So let's get this out the way. We have that thing where a person, they might be thinking when they watch this, no, I know I believe in God. I just dealt with some bad guys, or bad whatever. This is the thing. It's easy to say you believe. You know, people say all the time they believe in God, or you can write it, or you can you know, say whatever you want to say. But the proof is in the pudding. I don't really want to use that saying, but the proof is in the pudding. You can say it. You can say what you want to say, but the fact of the matter is, and you might believe, you might not believe. You can say it. You see, it's a thing. You can say you believe in God. You cannot say you believe in God. No matter which one you say, you can say you believe in God, but you can truly not believe, because just saying it, you could just be following suit, because you know so many people around you that believe it. So you say, oh, I'm just gonna say I believe because I don't want to be this singled out person. Because in our life, being singled out is something that everybody fears. So being godly is very rare. So when people see that, a lot of people run from it. One thing, I don't know what I was watching. I was watching something one time, and I heard somebody say, people are gonna have a problem with this because it's just not something that nobody does. So when you are away or you act in a way that people are not used to, they're gonna think you're crazy, or they're just gonna run from it because it's not the mass, it's not what they're used to, what they're common to, what they see every day. So just because a person says, or people think, oh, I said I believe in God, I say it, the proof is in the pudding. Who you choose to be with, it's gonna show. Do you really? It's not even about the belief. It's who you want to be with. You might believe and not want to be with it. You might say you believe, but you really don't believe. You might believe and you want to be. It's so many different ways to look at it. And just because you say you believe, that doesn't mean that you chose to be with it. It's too different. It's just so different because you see it every day. People say, "Oh, God, this God, but they'll try to defend wrong. So if a person's trying to defend wrong, you can't really say that you're sitting with God, like, or you're. That's who you basing your lifestyle off of. I'm not saying you're perfect. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, right from wrong. So don't try to uphold wrong. And when you do that, that just lets me know that you're fighting. You're doing what the devil wants you to do. Yes, the devil is back there pumping his fist. Oh yes, they saying this ain't wrong. Yes, they fighting to get this. That's what the devil does. That's what he does. He's right here. He's right here. This is where your fight is with the devil. You see, people worry about all this stuff around here. Right here is where the devil gonna fight you. Yeah, all this around you. God's gonna allow things to happen, and then God is also gonna allow the devil to talk to you and get right here. But God is right there with you. You gotta pick. You gotta pick, and when you pick your mate, you pick. And people don't really realize that. So I realized that saying, that's what you're doing. You're picking God. I presented a question one time. I really didn't want to get this far into this because I'm writing a book. I got to start over. But I'm going to really elaborate more about what I'm about to say in the book. I put a question one time, and so I said, would you date God or would you date the devil? And a lot of people, I said, would you date Jesus or would you date the devil? And a lot of people probably, I didn't get no likes, I really didn't care about the likes, but I didn't get no responses for it. And I realized it's because a lot of people look at it and say, what kind of question is that? That's stupid. It's really not, because a lot of people imaged it. They looked at it and like, if I see Jesus, if I see the devil, we don't know what neither one of them look like. So a lot of people probably imaged it. Like as far as women, they probably imaged, oh yeah, I'm gonna date Jesus. And it's deeper than that. It's not about imaging it. It's about what you're doing every day. Who are you choosing to date? Who are you leaning more towards? When somebody asks you out, when somebody approach you, who are you leaning more towards? What lifestyle are you leaning more towards? Jesus or the devil? It's not about imaging it. A lot of people would think about imaging it. You see a red guy with horns and you see what they image Jesus to be. That's not what it is. When I say would you rather date Jesus or the devil, it's a mental thing. It's more of what are you really working towards? Are you moving more towards guys who's trying to be like Jesus, or are you moving towards more guys that try to be like the devil? Or if you have the two, which side of you choosing more of? That's what it's about. It wasn't really about imaging it, but I'll elaborate more on that in my book. But I know a lot of people probably read it. Well, not probably a lot of people, but people who probably read it was like, what kind of question is that? It's way deeper than you think it is. And it just had me thinking, like, what would you rather date, Jesus or the devil? Because I'm telling you, a lot of people are going to image it, but they're not going to really sit down and think about what they've done in their life and where they want to be. A lot of people, you have people who think God's way is boring. I'm just saying, this is how you know where people want to be. So when people turn you down because they think you too good for them, or they think you're too nice, or whatever you seeing, listen, whatever, they just telling you where they want to be. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: God said He will accept you for who you are today. We all make mistakes, and if a person don't want to accept you for your past, that's their decision. They're not wrong. Not accept you, but be with you. They're not wrong for that. That's it is what it is. But if somebody tries to date you and you look at, oh, I got a worse past than them, that just shows that you want to stay in that past and you don't want to come up out of where you want to be, where you are at. Because if you didn't want to stay in that past, if you say you want somebody good, that's what you're going to go for. It's no way you can say, oh, you too good for me, and then think I should have a good thing. That makes no sense.